for my video that I put up about Charlie Kirk and how Mike Lee wants to have Charlie Kirk's murderer publicly executed. Somebody had put in the comment section, well, that's what he did. Yeah, but I don't think most of the people want to see a public execution. I mean, really. I mean, the barbaric mindset. That's why I said we really, as a people, we don't grow much. You can't really grow much when everything that is advancing is technology, and everybody bases everything on greed and everything that Jesus was not about. This is from John. I have given them your word, and the world has hated them because they are not of the world, just as I am not of the world. I do not ask that you take them out of the world, but that you keep them from the evil one. They are not of the world, just as I am not of the world. Sanctify them in the truth. Your word is the truth. As you sent me into the world, so I have sent them into the world. And for their sake I consecrate them, and they also may be sanctified in truth. Father, I desire that they also, whom you have given me, may be with me where I am, to see my glory that you have given me, because you loved me before the foundation of the world. O righteous Father, even though the world does not know you, I know you, and these know that you have sent me. I made known to them my name, and I will continue to make it known, that the love with which you have loved me may be in them, and I in them. Little children, you are from God, and have overcome them. For he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. They are from the world, therefore they speak from the world, and the world listens to them. We are from God. Whoever knows God listens to us. Whoever is from God does not listen to, or whoever is not from God does not listen to us. But this we know, the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. Everything Jesus did, he showed that the money was the problem, the money. When he gave the coin back, he wanted nothing to do with Caesar's coin. When the rich man who had done everything right, the rich man that came to him had done all the rituals, kept all the commandments, and then said, what else can I do for you, Jesus? Give up all your money and walk with me. He couldn't do it. Which was followed by Jesus telling the apostles it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man get into heaven. Rich men that, I think that rich men that believe in God, it may not be forever all of them, but you have to understand this world and the prosperity teachings of the Bible. It serves them. Those teachings aren't true, okay, of course. But that's the reason why you have many people that stay in the Old Testament. They decide, yeah, no, I like the Old Testament, I get the gifts there. Yeah, the gifts aren't coming from God anymore. The gifts are just coming from your own will, and it's what tells you that, no, you're righteous. When Jesus came to show, no, it's not going to be about money. I mean, he was furious in the temple. Why? Because everything was about money. Everything was about freaking money around him. Everything. So that was how much he had to pull the people he had chosen away from the money. What was the one thing that trapped Judas Iscariot? Money. He was willing to sell Jesus out for the 30 shekels. Money. Root of all evil. And yet, that's all we hear about is money. All we hear about is the stock market, and all we hear about is savings and gas prices, whether they're up and whether they're down. And it's all the things that Jesus came to say, you can get out of this. But to get out of it takes you exercising your free will and surrendering your free will. But man doesn't like that. So man says, well, I'm going to stay in the Old Testament and I'm going to gain all the wealth and hoard all the wealth and have all the wealth I want. And I will lay my head down at night and I will tell myself that God gave me these blessings, when in order to do that, you would have to discount Jesus's life completely. And many do that because that was why the world didn't like Jesus. They would have liked Jesus if he was like the rest of them. But God is not like mankind. We may be made in his image, but to truly have his heart and his mind, it takes an absolute, complete surrender to him. He preached to be in the world, but not of the world. Be in the world and not of the world. Don't you think it's amazing that both political parties bend over backwards to get you to engage? That it's your civic duty. No, your civic duty. Your duty is to God. Now, the Republicans, of course, would tell you, but that's God wants you to. No, God wants surrender. There's no way around that. They can all of the government, all of the parties, this is why Jesus said, enjoy your short time. Enjoy your short, foolish time, telling yourself over and over again that you're doing God's will when it's just you saying it. Because when none of you practice exactly what Jesus did, then how are you at the end? Put it this way, then it won't be hard when you get to the gates for God to say, what part didn't you understand? I sent people out there to tell you to surrender. I sent people to you to tell you to surrender. And you chose because you chose your wealth and your status and your I'm so important and special to place before doing what I wanted. So I do not know you. Every influencer in the world just goes out of its way to get you to attach to this world. It does. And they'll tell you, oh no, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. Let's fight the good fight. What fight are you fighting for when you're in the fallen world? Every fight that you fight is just one that says what? So that man and corporations and the wealthy can have their kingdom. How many people have given, whether it's to the left or the right, have given money to something that you thought was going to be a fruition and it doesn't happen? It just in general, it doesn't even have to be the left and the right. Everybody's had this happen, and you move on. It's like it's the way it is. But who does that happen to? The people that have nothing. I mean, over a year, it's got to be a year now. Going on a year, I guess. Gave $100 for that Trump phone that never materialized. Where'd that money go? I have no idea. I'm not blaming them. I'm just saying that, because they all make everything about money. That's the issue Jesus had with this world. Everything, to every party, to every world leader, to even the churches, it's all money. Money is what is the God in this world. Which is why Jesus and the apostles were the only ones that did it the way God wanted. Which is why Jesus prays so much in John 17 about keep them protected so they don't get pulled back and suctioned back into attaching to the world. And even all these thousands of years later, all these people claiming Christian, but none of them wanting to see that simple fact that no one has truly surrendered to God.